On Mountain News this morning, President Trump hints the economy is expected to be a major topic in the first official State of the Union address in his second term. And several states in Mexico are on high alert after the death of a cartel leader triggered riot-like destruction across cities.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Welcome to Mountain News This Morning. I'm Neely Green here with you on this Tuesday, February 24th. The time is now 4:59, and let's check in with meteorologist Megan Duswell for a look at your forecast this morning. Megan, it's Tuesday. I'm kind of dragging this morning, but we're going to make it.
Yeah, I definitely feel more tired this morning than yesterday. I think it's because the cold's finally seeping in and those roads are still not good out there. So keep that in mind as you're heading out the door, and keep these temperatures in mind as you're getting ready, because it feels like, well, for many folks, it feels like the 20s. Some folks feel like the teens, feeling like 15 in Monticello this morning, feels like 19 in Logan. We're still going to see those temperatures drop over the next 2 hours or so until the sun warms up, and then our high temperatures for the day will be improved from yesterday, about 10 degrees warmer than yesterday, in the mixture of the low 40s to mid 40s for our far southern counties. We head into satellite and radar, and you're noticing some flurries still in the forecast. Now don't worry, these are almost gone. We'll see them clear fully by 10 o'clock, and then we're looking partly cloudy for the rest of your day, but watch out as we do have a chance of a wintry mix tonight heading into your Wednesday morning. Here's a look at that 12-hour forecast for you, though. Looking very cloudy. Neely.
Thank you, Megan. The late movie director Rob Reiner's son entered a not guilty plea for killing his parents. 32-year-old Nick Reiner is accused of fatally stabbing his famous father and mother late last year in their Los Angeles home. He could go to prison for life or face the death penalty on 2 first-degree murder charges. Prosecutors have not said if they will seek capital punishment. Reiner also waived his right to a speedy preliminary hearing. That hearing is scheduled for April 29th. Several states in Mexico are on high alert after the death of a cartel leader triggered riot-like destruction across cities. Authorities say burning vehicles and buildings is an effort by cartels to block further military operations. The U.S. Department ordered tourists in several Mexican states to shelter in place. Darlene Sylvester with Avant Travel in Lexington says while none of her customers are stuck in Mexico, she's advising people with plans to go there to weigh their options.
People have to make the decision whether they feel comfortable traveling or not, and we provide them with the resources to make that decision. And then they have to consider, if they decide to cancel, what sort of penalty they would incur with the resort.
The U.S. government offers programs for people traveling out of the country. The Smart Travel Enrollment Program lets people register their trip for free so they can be notified and locate the event of a natural disaster or civil unrest. President Trump is set to tout his accomplishments and lay out his agenda for the year in the State of the Union address, less than 9 months before crucial midterm elections. Despite a stronger than expected January jobs report, consumer confidence has dropped, with recent CBS News polls showing that many Americans believe the president is too focused on tariffs and not enough on lowering prices.
We have a country that's now doing well. We have the greatest economy we've ever had. It's going to be a long speech because we have so much to talk about.
Virginia's first female governor, Abby Spanberg, a former congresswoman and CIA officer, will deliver the official Democratic response. Markets took a tumble Monday amid the uncertainty over President Trump's tariff policy. He announced a new import tax on all countries after Friday's Supreme Court ruling striking down most of his tariffs. In a 6-3 ruling, the justices said the president's use of emergency power law to levy sweeping tariffs was unconstitutional. In response, the White House turned to the Trade Act of 1974 to impose a 15% global tariff. European leaders say the new taxes violate the trade deal the EU made with the U.S. last July and delayed a vote to ratify the agreement.
We want to have clarity from the United States that they are respecting the deal.
The Trade Act the White House is relying on now only allows the president to impose tariffs for 150 days, unless extended by Congress. President Trump rejected that notion Monday, saying he does not need congressional approval to impose new tariffs. The Kentucky Office of Homeland Security warns a new opioid has been found in Kentucky. It's called cyclorphine, and just one encounter with it could be deadly. Authorities say cyclorphine is approximately 10 times stronger than fentanyl and is contributing to overdose deaths in neighboring regions like East Tennessee.
These things change weekly, monthly, yearly. We have to be involved. We have to get involved with the community. We have to talk to the children of our community.
Paintsville police are also warning people about bright-colored tablets that look like cartoon characters. They are laced with fentanyl and can look appealing to children. A Laurel County K-9 now has a set of body armor because of a nonprofit donation. Ash now has a bullet and stab protective vest worth $1,800. It weighs about 5 pounds. The nonprofit Vested Interest in Canines makes custom-fitted vests to help save the lives of dogs in law enforcement. There's about 30,000 police canines across the U.S. The nonprofit has given more than 6,300 vests to canines in all 50 states. The U.S. Department of Transportation may force more than a dozen commercial driver training schools in Kentucky to shut down. They claim hundreds of schools across the U.S. violated federal safety standards and state requirements. They say some didn't have qualified instructors and others didn't test students properly. 15 Kentucky CDL schools were put on the list. Many of them are tied to school districts. We've reached out to some of the schools to see if they knew about the list. We're still waiting to hear back. Well, thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News This Morning. The racket sport that's growing popularity here in the U.S., and it's not pickleball. We'll show you courts that are popping up around the country.
And we're talking about slightly warmer temperatures compared to yesterday, but still colder than average.